It's here. The future of gaming is here, and it is the Google Stadia. I know it's pronounced Stadia. I'm gonna call it Stadia, and no one can stop me. So, Google is making a video game console. Were we expecting this? I don't know. I wasn't expecting it. It's gonna come out sometime in 2019. They've already got it almost ready to go. Maybe end of the year they'll have it ready, and it is basically it's a streaming thing. What happens is they have their data center, because they're Google. They have giant data centers, and they're getting a bunch of brand new AMD chips that are gonna run these games, run the new Assassin's Creed, run Doom Eternal, and it's gonna stream it right to you on any device you want. It'll be on your PC, it'll be on your tablet, on your phone for God knows what reason, if you're one of those weirdos who has one of those controllers that your phone hooks into. I've tried a million of those controllers, they always suck. But it's gonna stream the games right to you. You're not gonna need a gaming PC, some $1,000 PC to run the games. All you're gonna need is an internet connection, and you're gonna be apparently able to play games 60 FPS, 4K. Sounds incredible. Sounds like the future of gaming. Now, that being said, everybody is skeptical. And we're skeptical for good reason. I think that if you're not skeptical about this thing, you're kind of an idiot. And you should actually be a little bit scared of it. Okay? Now, everything could be fine, but there's some scary things about it that I think we need to discuss. Now, first of all, let's talk about why I and many other people are hesitant. There was a game console called the OnLive.
OnLive Gaming has just gone mobile, delivering the hottest video games to your tablet or smartphone.
It was terrible. It was the same concept. You had a box, it would stream games to the box, you paid a subscription fee or whatever else, and the game just came into your TV over the internet lines, and it had lag. You would lose connection, moving your character around. Again, that lag feels like you're pushing a rock around the game screen. It doesn't feel like you have an agile, fast character. Now, Google says they've solved all the problems with these streams, and to be honest, it's been a while since the OnLive, but other streaming type game things have come along, and I never really hear people saying great things about them. There's PlayStation Now, and nobody has ever told me to get a PlayStation Now membership, so can't be that good. There's Steam Link, which I think they cost $5, because I don't know anybody who wants a Steam Link. And even a device I use, I actually like to use my PS Vita to stream games from my PS4 to my Vita. There, the connection, I mean, my PS4 is in here, my Vita, I'll be in the other room, I'll still lose connection, okay? And if I enter an area that's a little graphically intensive, there's a lot of shadows, sometimes my Vita will just not be able to process it, it'll look like garbage, there's a lot of visual noise. So I don't know how Google's gonna possibly find a way around this. Probably the biggest problem is that in a lot of parts of the country, people have shitty internet service. Now, I do a lot of work online, I stream games and whatever else, so I'm able to pay like $100 a month to get good internet, and I live in California where that sort of thing is available. If you live in bumfuck Arkansas, you might only get 10 megabits a second, okay? And they're saying 25 is the minimum. Well, you might not be able to get that in a lot of parts of the country, and frankly, people are going to be left out. Unless Google's going to all of a sudden find a way to start laying fiber lines everywhere. How can this thing ever really compete in the market if I don't know what percentage of the country can't even use it? Even some of the demos we're seeing directly from the show floor, I mean, we're seeing lag already. So the idea that this is going to come from some data center to my house and no amount of lag, not, destroy my experience at all, I don't know, it sounds impossible to me. And they talk about, oh, look how long it takes to download a game. Yeah, but I'd much rather download a game and never lose connection, never have to stop because, I don't know, there's some sort of hiccup in my internet. I'm okay with downloading a game all at once if I don't have to deal with that or lag or whatever else. So what is the big thing here? Is that I can watch somebody play the game on Twitch and then immediately play a free demo? I don't know. I'm not a guy who gets really excited about demos, so who knows? Now, there are a couple cool features. They're saying if it's all handled on the data center, we could have multiplayer games of up to 1,000 people because you're not working with everybody having the same crappy internet connecting in the game. The game connects to itself. Okay, kind of interesting. If somebody's streaming games, you could jump into their game of NBA, whatever the hell, and it would be all simple and streamlined because you're ready to go. Okay, that sounds good as well. Which I guess plays into what I think is their big strategy with this thing. A lot of what they're talking about is this YouTube integration, where they want people to be streaming games on YouTube. They want YouTube to become bigger than Twitch. All the streamers are going to move over there because it integrates with the Stadia, and and they can, you know, all the people with the Stadia can very easily play games with their favorite streamers or watch a stream with their streamers and then buy a game, and obviously some sort of, you know, amount of that money would go to the streamer, making the platform bigger. All sorts of weird integration and interlocking parts. The problem is that it's YouTube, okay? Now, if you're a person who hangs out on YouTube, if you watch creators like me or PewDiePie or whoever else, you've probably heard that YouTube sucks at a lot of different things. YouTube is very bad at communicating with us creators, at telling us why our videos are being removed or deleted, or why they're not making money, or why they're not sending notifications to people. I don't want to be, I wish every day, I wish that somebody would call me on the phone and go, Vito, there's a new YouTube. It's called Two Doob Boob Joob, and you can go there right now and everything is going to be great. I would love it. That would be the best day of my life, but I'm stuck here on YouTube with you idiots. YouTube's moderation system is broken and terrible and is a big reason why this might fail. If they're trying to make streaming one of the big draws of the Stadia, they've got to figure out the moderation, and they've only got a year to do it, and I don't know if they're going to be able to figure it out. Here's a couple examples. One, just a couple months ago, or I don't remember exactly when it was, maybe around Christmas, Red Dead Redemption 2 came out. People were making videos, you know, people like to make videos of the popular new cowboy game. One guy had a bunch of different videos, all sorts of things, you know. He tried to see what would happen if you brought a black guy to the KKK in the game. Nothing happened, but it was an interesting experiment. Another thing he did was, and he called it, feeding a feminist to an alligator, or whatever the exact title was. He took one of the suffragettes from the game, threw her in a pit of alligators, and the alligator ate her alive. And because people are jerks, or, you know, whatever, they like to goof on feminism, it got a lot of views, okay? Was it the best joke? Was it in good taste? I don't know. I can't tell you. But it's a clip from a video game. So what happened? You know, a bunch of these websites who exist only to complain about stuff said, my God, can you believe YouTube allows this anti-women content, allows these gamers to beat up on fictional women? And what did YouTube do? Because they have not a brain in any of their heads across the entire organization, they deleted the guy's videos, deleted his channel, banned him from YouTube for 1 or 2 stupid videos of him playing the cowboy game. Now, eventually, they came to their senses. They realized they were idiots. Someone higher up the chain brought his channel back. But that guy had, you know, hundreds of thousands of subscribers. He was able to get in touch with creators who have sway within YouTube and get them to talk to the right people to get his channel back. But like an up-and-coming streamer makes the wrong piece of content, he's banned forever. If stuff like that is going to happen, Stadia's, who cares? Nobody should use it. We should all stay on Twitch. Another reason we should all stay on Twitch is they're not playing these algorithm games that YouTube plays. When I start a Twitch stream, it sends a notification to all of my followers. Everybody following me on Twitch gets to know that I'm streaming a game. But YouTube has an algorithm where they decide who is going to be interested in my stream. I don't get to decide. Some robot figures out who's going to watch my stream. So when I first started streaming games on YouTube, I would get, I don't know, 200 people, 300 people. It was great. I loved it. And I didn't really care that it was sending out the notification and people were unsubscribing to me, because if you don't want to watch me play video games, then you probably don't really like my content. I'm okay with you unsubscribing. I want to make the decision. But YouTube has decided that they make the decision of who's going to see my stream, and now I get, I don't know, not that many, maybe 50 people at the most when I'm streaming a game on YouTube. It sucks, but what can I do? But that's the platform for streaming they want me to go to, the one that's not going to notify my subscribers. That sucks. That's why I'm trying to build up my Twitch more than my YouTube streams, because the people who want to watch me stream actually get the notifications and come by every time and we hang out and have a good time. So YouTube sucks for streaming. And the worst thing that happened with YouTube in regards to streaming was I made a video. It was a controversial video. It was about gun rights and conspiracy theories, whatever the hell else. And YouTube got mad at it because they didn't actually watch it and they didn't understand what it was about. And I got a strike on my channel, which would be fine, okay? 1 of 3 strikes. It goes away after 6 months or something like that. But if you have even 1 strike on your channel, you're not allowed to stream for 3 months. That meant that I was like, okay, I guess I'm done trying to be a streamer on YouTube because I got this unfair strike. I can't find a way to get rid of it. That's 3 months of time that I can't stream games on here. Okay, I'm gonna go build up my Twitch channel. What a stupid thing to have in your platform, that you are actively trying to compete with Twitch, and somebody makes 1 wrong piece of content and they are banned from using your streaming service. It's insane. That's so stupid. So first, I think the games are going to be laggy and have all sorts of connectivity problems. 2, I don't see how they can properly integrate it with YouTube and make it a fun experience for game streamers when they already have no idea how to do that. And number 3, and the thing that worries me most, is I don't know how they're going to sell this thing, and there's a lot of ways they could do it that would really suck. Now, first of all, I don't want to live in a world that's all digital. I know people love digital games, and I totally get it. And I think Steam and all the other digital marketplaces are a great idea. But I think there always needs to be a physical component because games just go away. I have friends who worked on the Scott Pilgrim game, and because of licensing issues, that game is no longer available to download anywhere in the world. They worked on the game, and they have no way to play it. They tell me the only way I can play the game that I worked on is to go to my office and play the copy that we have there. That's crazy. This keeps happening. There's just games that you can't play anymore because they never made a physical version. So I'm very worried about moving to a digital-only world, and I think Stadia is obviously aiming for that. They are aiming to replace the traditional game console, get rid of discs and cartridges and whatever else. I don't like it. I'm a cranky old man who doesn't like new things, and I'm very worried about physical media going away. The second part of this that I'm worried about is that a lot of people are saying that it's going to be a subscription service. I think even internally, they're referring to it as Netflix for games. So you're going to pay a subscription fee to have access to a bunch of different games at any time. Sounds great on its face. You know, this is something I've said that other companies should do. I think it's crazy that Nintendo doesn't have some sort of system where you can subscribe and play all the old games that we love, and they're just sitting around collecting dust. Might as well put them up for people to play as part of a subscription service. But here we're talking about a subscription service that is going to have new games on it, which means that people are going to be developing their games with this subscription model in mind, and that could be horrible. Now, the big question is, if this is a subscription service, which we think that it is, how do developers get paid? If they get paid for every download of their game or every single instance that it is streamed, we're going to have this problem. People are going to start making games that are like an hour long, half an hour long, 20-minute garbage that has a really nice thumbnail and it looks great, and you download it and you find out it sucks. Why? Because they got that one play out of you. Okay, it says 10,000 people played your game today. Even though they all hated it, even though they all quit after the first 10 minutes or whatever, you still get paid. Now, there's a couple different ways they could prevent this, but it's still a problem. But what I'm actually more worried about is the reverse, where people are getting paid based on how much time the players spent playing their game. I believe this is how Netflix pays creators, where if you put up your movie on there, somebody sits through the whole movie, you get paid more than somebody who only sat through 20 minutes of it. The problem with games, though, is unlike movies. Okay, a movie's what? An hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours now. We have a standard length for movies that we expect. With games can be all sorts of different ranges. There's great 5-hour games, and there's great 60-hour games. But if you're a game developer looking to maximize your profits, you're not going to make these highly focused single-player games that we see these days. You know, these 10-hour games like a Devil May Cry or Resident Evil 2 that just came out. You know, these focused single-player adventures, which are the kind of games I honestly love. I love those games. But those developers are going to be like, why would I make that when I can make some stupid open world sandbox game where, you know, somebody can play it like Minecraft for 80, 100, 120 hours. And it's not like before where Devil May Cry is $60. You know, these open world games are also $60. The same profit potential. No, it's going to be that a game like Devil May Cry, Capcom's going to figure out, oh, we only make like $5 for every person who plays it. Let's stop making these shorter games. Every game is going to have its length artificially inflated, which I hate. Okay, again, I'm an old man. I don't have time to play really any video games. So I'm very happy when a game like Resident Evil 2 comes out, something I could sit down and, you know, beat it in maybe a week, not something that, you know, my life becomes consumed by this game. I know a lot of you guys like a game like Skyrim that you can play endlessly and whatever else. I'm not that kind of guy, and the idea of a world where those are the only kind of games that are left, those and battle royale multiplayer shooters, horrible. That's the worst possible scenario for a guy like me. And I'd like to mention, for you guys who like games like Skyrim, mods are going away. How on earth are you going to mod a game that exists on Google's data center? I mean, modding communities are a huge part of PC gaming. I think that's a reason for a lot of people why they even get into PC gaming, is that it offers something that consoles don't offer, where you can add in, you know, new things created by the community. That's gone. It's gone forever. You can't mod your game. Okay, even I use some mods. Okay, even though I like these, you know, single player games like Dark Souls, there's a mod for Dark Souls on the PC that increases the performance. It makes the graphics a little better. It's great. You know, it makes Dark Souls so much better. On Stadia, it's gone. No, it's not going to be on Stadia. So what it really comes down to is Google is putting a lot out there. They got a lot of ideas. I'm not sold. I'm not excited about it. I don't want to stream my games from a cloud. I like buying a disc, putting it in a thing, keeping it on a shelf, and knowing that some weird rights issue is never going to take my game away from me. I like having PC games that are on my hard drive and I can mod them or do crazy things with them. Does a subscription service for certain games sound fun? Sure, and if it's $10 a month, fuck it. I'll get a Stadia, and it'll be one way I play games, but I'll also have a console and buy traditional PC games or whatever. But if it ends up being that everybody gets a Stadia, and we're all playing on Stadia, and, you know, all of a sudden they're getting exclusives, the games that I like are now only available on Stadia, I'm gonna stream. I'm gonna buy a gun and shoot myself in the head, because that sounds fucking terrible, and I don't want it. Google, you got a lot to prove. I don't trust you because you're trying to build censorship search engines for China, because Chinese people aren't supposed to know about the Tiananmen Square massacre. I just got this video banned in China for saying those words out loud. I don't know, man. It's creepy. I mean, let's be honest. They're not doing this specifically because they want to give us the best possible game experience. They want to collect our data and sell it to advertisers. You know, that's probably a big way they're going to make money in addition to any subscription service. So there's a lot to be worried about. Google, I don't know, man. I'm going to see what you do. I'm very worried. I'm very skeptical. I don't trust you. Let's see where it goes. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I want you to go in the comments right now. They're down there. Tell me what you think. Are you excited for the Stadia? I want to meet the person who's excited for the Stadia. There's got to be one of you. Okay, I haven't met anybody yet who's like, I gotta get one. But maybe there's somebody out there who really thinks this is the future of gaming. I don't know. If you don't think it's the future of gaming, feel free to shit on it in the comments. We got more cool videos coming soon. Like and subscribe. Smash the bell.